Hello everybody. Today I'm going to chat a little bit about my early morning routine. A lot of really wise people have been telling us for a long time that period of time when you first wake up before you're completely fully awake is a really excellent time to get subliminal messages into your subconscious, and that it will take only a fraction of effort to tell yourself these things than otherwise when you are fully engaged during the course of the day and you have all kinds of things coming into your mind. So for me, the early morning routine involves a number of different things. One of them is I have a device. It is a medical health device called a Beamer. It's B-E-M-E-R, and it has magnetic and electrical impulses that it distributes through a mat that I lay on, which is actually the other side of my bed that isn't used. So that mat is permanently in there, and I just move over to that side of the bed and get onto the mat. But in order to make the Beamer really do its job, and what the Beamer does, and it is such an helpful device that NASA uses it for its astronauts to keep them healthy when they are aloft for months and months at a time, because it has a way of stimulating your metabolism. It makes it easier for your body to work, makes it easier for the blood to flow. So that is what the Beamer does. I have owned that machine for, I want to say, about 6-7 years by now, using it almost every day. And in order to make the Beamer more effective, you have to be properly hydrated. So one of the things that I'm doing while I've got the Beamer going is I am drinking water. So normally about 3 glasses of water during the course of that. The other thing that I'm doing really early in the morning before I get up is I do affirmations, whether it is for my health, whether it is for my work, whether it is for my art, whether it is for relationships. It's part of my morning routine so that I get off to a good start for the day, because it's really easy now, especially right now while things are so tipsy-turvy in politics. It's easy to wake up feeling anxious and disgruntled and upset. So terribly important for you to start your day off good. Try to avoid, immediately grabbing your phone to see who has contacted you, or Facebook, or your email, or all of the other different things that make us so accessible nowadays. Try to avoid doing that until you have given yourself a good start to the day. So once I get through that, and the Beamer is 20 minutes on each side, I flip over front and back, so a total of 40 minutes of that. And then after I get up, the first thing I do is I do exercises, and half of the year it's really too dark to be outdoors doing them, so I walk around. I just keep walking, and at the same time I also have my I call her La Machine. It's called Total Flex, and it helps me exercise my arms, because they don't get a whole lot of exercise and they have gotten really weak. I mean, this kind of thing right here does not feel good. So I'm working on that. So that is the morning routine, and by the time I finished with the walking and with La Machine and everything else, it's a good 2 hours from the time I wake up. So that's something that I do to start off my day, and it's a good thing to do early in the morning. And then again late at night, if you remember, this is important, that little period of time in between being fully awake and being completely asleep, there's like a little lull. in your mind. And again, like early morning, it's the time that your subconscious is more easily accessed. So if you're trying to change something about your life, your health or your relationships or something about your job, this is the time for you to put that material in to have it absorbed more easily. So that is my little message for you for today. It is all about self-care, and we need a lot of self-care in this time, this unholy confluence of all of the things happening in politics right now, which I keep telling you all about. And I mean, I don't really know what the solution is, because how do we deal with a whole lot of people who have so much ugliness that they can't stand sharing wealth with others, they can't stand sharing the country with others, they can't. I mean, I don't really know what that solution is. It's got something to do with spiritual development. And you know, Trump doesn't have it. This version that we're seeing of him and the people he has surrounded himself with, they are deeply, deeply asleep and very offensive because of it. So I am hoping that they will all slowly, surely come to wake up. I mean, Marjorie Taylor Greene is such a funny example of that right now. She is so offensive and so horrible. But yet, you know, there she was standing with all of these gals who had been victimized by Epstein. And she's like, you know, you've got to release the files, right? I don't know that she even believes that the Donald is all over the files, and that the Injustice Department has been redacting his name from those files. Not just his name, but the names of any prominent Republican have been redacted from the Epstein files that Bondi has been dealing with. So they are planning on putting this out to the public and to the MAGAs, thinking that everybody is so stupid they will never figure it out. They will never figure out that his name is all over the place, that he did horrible things to very young girls. They believe that they can hide this, but it's not going to be hidden. There are too many versions, too many copies of the files, and they don't have access to all of the copies. I mean, they cannot eradicate and eliminate all of the other copies that will have the names. Alright, so this is getting more exciting. It is a little bit too exciting considering, you know, that the troll in Washington has the nuclear football. So I try not to think of that. And I am also the eternal optimist. I'm always optimistic that things will work out well, and that's the best way to think of things. Alright, wishing you all a wonderful week coming up.